My wife and I went on vacation, and we were going to go to Pigeon Forest. We booked a room at Bear Mount Inn, and it was not a very good room. We didn't have a very good day. And we booked them on booking.com site, and it wasn't the cheapest room either. It was $123.44. We looked at it on booking.com. It seemed like all the pictures looked good, so we didn't show up until nighttime. These pictures I took the very next day after we got up, just before we left. The outside actually doesn't look too bad. Got a brand new roof on it and everything. I started walking to the side, and all this trash. We never seen this at nighttime when we came in, but they got trash everywhere. Underneath the stairway, they have old lumber that it's looked like it's been weathered for years. It doesn't look very new at all. Good place for rats to grow and roaches to grow and everything. And then I just decided to walk to the edge of the back of the building. I see some metal from the roof that they just got done putting on. I see old roof panels that's thrown on the ground, where that after they installed it, they just left all the garbage. In the back, it's most definitely disgusting. It's got mold, it's got bare wires, it has the fire extinguisher stuff, they got plumbing pipes, and the wires are just dangling there. Then I turned around, they got insulation on pipes that looks like it's infested with other things, who knows. They got old lumber, garbage can. It's most definitely a very disgusting place. Wish I knew that before we booked this place from booking.com. Next, we decided to go upstairs. The room was 121. Opened the door, and there's the room. By just looking at it quickly, it doesn't look the worst I ever seen. But then, as soon as you start looking around, then you see a lot of quality issues and things. Because under the door, it's got a 1/2-inch gap. Snakes, rats, anything gets in. Because we stayed there that night, that morning, my wife had a swole foot from, looks like some sort of bug bites or insect bites, so it's got bed bugs. Her whole leg swelled up and everything. It destroyed our entire vacation, because we were supposed to go here and a couple other places. We were going to go to Ohio to visit my brother, everything else. We had to cancel the whole trip and come back home to Florida. So here's some more areas in the room. As you can see, the baseboards are a mess. They got mold around the bathtub. You know, the tile at the end of the tile right there is cracked. They got mold on the bottom, all the way around where the toilet's located. Then if you look up, the fan had so much dirt around it, the exhaust fan. It does suck a little air, not much. They painted the metal and they painted the roof panels, everything, just put a coat of paint on it. Says, no, okay, now it doesn't look as bad. My wife came over, had a towel on here in this rack. She picked up the towel rack fell off. And then air conditioner up here, full of dirt. Well, this is where we ended up. That morning, had to take my wife to the hospital because her whole ankle and everything was swelled. The nurse at the hospital, a couple of them, said it looked like those welts on her legs looked like it was bed bugs that bit her leg, and she had an allergic reaction to them, and her whole foot and everything swelled up. Here's a copy of the receipt for the emergency room and her prescription that she had to start taking at that time. We stayed there for, not in that room, in another room, which was really nice. We stayed in another room for 3 more days, and we did go to a couple shows, and then everything else we just sat in the room because she couldn't walk because her foot was so swelled and so much pain. So after that, we decided cancel our vacation. This is the first one we had in 2 years. Cancel our vacation, come right back home, and give up, because we were supposed to go to the Ark, and then we were supposed to go to Ohio to visit my brother, and then on the way back we were supposed to go on the Smoky Mountain train, and we were going to go rafting, and then after that we were going to go to we were going to Silver Springs in Florida, and then we're going to come back home. Because of this hotel or motel or trash hole or rat-infested hole, my wife got injured and our trip was destroyed. So I would recommend anyone, don't go to that motel. Live in hell if you do. And that's end of the video. I hope you better luck than we did. When we did make it back to Florida, I had to take her to Watson Clinic, which is where our doctor's located. They did an ultrasound of her leg to make sure that everything was fine, and now she's on more medication and everything else. Besides, the place was a dump and a rat-infested place. It cost a lot of money for the other stuff, which is emergency room, now the doctors, more medicine, and everything else, and ruined our vacation. Now, have a nice day.